humanity. Putting truth in these lines while they busy feeding lies. When you got that tunnel vision, gotta open up your eyes. Wake up and go to sleep. Man, I'm praying all times. And to my guys, ain't no other side. This for my brothers, I'ma pray we all shine. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Yeah, you already know.
Depending on the lessons, some people eat, some people learn. But the game is gonna send you a big. Lock the door.
Professor Melly Mill, Hood Postman. Who am I with today?
Big Steve-0.
Steve-0, Long Beach. What side of Long Beach, Steve-0?
The west side.
West side, man. Take me through it, man, because I've been trying to get to this west side for so long because I've been down here. I used to date my girl. She stayed on Coda right by the Bonanza restaurant.
Yeah, I know that's it.
And her name was Tonette. Shout out to Tonette.
Yeah, shout out to Tonette. I remember you, girl.
Yeah, okay.
First and foremost, let me say one thing. All praise is due to Allah for all of us, all those brothers. This is a positive thing we're trying to do, so let's keep the peace, brother.
There it is, there, man. Man, if you ring the bell, I'll bring you the mail. You can find me anywhere except on anybody's paperwork or somebody's statement. But anywhere else, you can find the Hood Postman. So let's get to it. Steve-0, talk to me about growing up and how you started off in what we now know as West Coast.
Okay, well. First, West Coast started off as mostly first and foremost, let me start from the beginning. When the 20s started wearing their black jackets, we on the west side started wearing our red jackets. I mean, excuse me, not red, white jackets. You know what I'm saying? That's when they was rolling 20 hustlers. Everybody riding mopeds at the time. So that's how this all got started. We was all riding mopeds. We started from being a moped club. But everybody mistook us as being street fighters, which was not a gang. Street fighters was my name. But we all were jackets. My name was Street Fighter at the time before I became Steve-0. I was like 15 years old at the time. So 2 years later, that's when we started the Rolling 80s thing, because we all used to ride mopeds together. That's how.
So is that when you started who?
Started Rolling 80s.
Rolling 80s,
yeah.
Okay. So, okay, you just said the Rollers. Give me the foundation. Who were the founders of the Rollers?
Founders of the Rolling 80s was me, myself, Byron Jackson, rest in peace, and my friend King Hampton. He's still in the penal system. Just 3 brothers.
Okay. And where did Panky come in on?
Panky and Peabody, those are my little brothers. They came, well, they was always there, but they was my little brothers at the time. So, you know, might as well say they was, by right, they were with it because they're in the house with a brother who's active with setting up the hood, you know what I'm saying? So we had to protect it. So they growing up watching how I do it, so they have no choice but to be with us.
So where we centrally located now, where are we?
We on Santa Fe, we on Spring, in front of the Springdale Apartments. This is the birth of the Rolling 80s.
This is the birth of the Rolling 80s. So how long did the Rolling 80s last?
Rolling 80s lasted 2 years until I got away and we had the West Coast to it.
And how did that come about?
The West Coast, because at the time when I went to jail, the westbounds, I'm gonna start back on that. At the time when the westbounds was out and us was out, see the thing about them, how everybody got us confused because the westbound had the numbers. So at the time it was just 3 people from Rolling 80s, just me, Byron, and Kenny. The westbound had the more numbers because they was on that side of town. That's how everybody confused us with them. But we both came out at exactly the same time. This is in the summer of '78. First Crip that started banging Cripping was the Long Beach Rolling 20s. Then the Insanes and everybody else came along. It's all that shit happened in 1 year. 1978 was the year the whole entire Crip thing just took off in Long Beach.
Even I was a bit confused. I thought it was all westbound, but you corrected me on it. And now to come to find out, West Coast and westbound were 2 different. Because I knew Noarco LeBlanc, Victor LeBlanc, Darren McMurray, and I think dude's name was Washington. Some Clarence Washington.
Clarence Washington, yeah.
Yes.
See, all of them guys I went to school with. See, like I said.
And Andre and Vernon Wright.
Yeah, see, I went to school with all them. But like I said, all of them guys, you know, these just guys that stay on the west side. Saying we stayed in the spring, but like I said, we all went to school together. But they all had their cliques, and we had our cliques. So like I said, they had the numbers at the time. That's how they became more popular because they had more numbers. See, we just started with just 3 of us until we expanded to more. We expanded by the time when my little brother started banging, his father, Chicken Man, he started hooking up with us, and my friend, baby boy Chris Brown, he was part of it. Well, he was with us, but he wasn't really. Well, we would see back in the day, he was more of a pop rocker. You know what I'm saying? He was with us.
Is that how you get the name Bo Wiggles?
Yeah,
I know Bo Wiggles and Benny Hill.
Yeah. And see, Benny Hill was just a homie that stayed in Springdale. See, you have dudes that's from West Coast, and you got dudes that says live in Springdale.
That's living in the neighborhood.
Yeah. See, you living here because you're from Springdale, but you're not from West Coast. So we're gonna separate that right then and there. Yeah, just because you live in Springdale don't mean you from West Coast, because you never put in the work. So at the time when we needed help to get down with people, I'm being honest. These dudes is straight scary. I'm being honest. It's one for me, Byron Kenny, and then the other homies that came with us. You know what I'm saying? This thing could have, who knows what this place would have been, man.
So
this is my homies from Insane or Boulevard, whatever, but they probably could have tried to talk about. See, me, Byron Kenny, we wasn't having that. This is our turf. Y'all gonna respect the Springdale. This is where we from. So y'all not gonna come in here with that weird shit. So you know what I'm saying? We put it down, let it be known, nigga. Even though we small, we still gonna get down. We don't buy out nobody, no matter how big you are. So see, back in my day, when we was coming up, we used to go to house parties just to see who had the best squad. That's where it was coming from, the shoulders. And so now, it's things is entirely just way left. But back in my day, like I said, we go to house parties just to see who had the best squad. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you give heads up on if I need to get down with him, okay, you need him to get down. You know what I'm saying? That's how we made our money.
So every section have his hand guards.
Yeah.
Who was the hand guards for West Coast?
Me, Byron, and Kenny.
Those 3.
It's us 3.
That's it.
We the ones that started with. When we said, well, what we gonna be? We rolling at the Crips. Okay, well, we cripping home. We gotta make sure we don't get along with them. We get along. Kenny said, well, look, man, I'm telling you how we exactly did it. Kenny said, well, I got cousins from Insane. I said, well, I got cousins I come from LA at the time. I got cousins from Harlem. Byron came from Compton, Southside at the time. So we like, well, look, man, we just gonna stay neutral too, but we're gonna protect our turf. This is us. So we're gonna protect what's in here as ours. So that's how that started. So we the foundation of what that was. Then Chicken Man, Byron, and Kenny, Big Chicken Man, and they came and they followed suit with us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, gangbanging is about protection, territory, and also getting money. I think that's all part of that equation. So the protection part is right, because that's what most neighborhoods was formulated under protection. So those 3 were the hand guys. So at what point did you begin to see the numbers grow though?
Because
there had to be something to bring everybody
the numbers
in.
grew back. I can start seeing the numbers grow back in, I want to say 80, 84, 85. When we call them the clique now, they call themselves OBGs. They pushed up on me one day when I just got old folks in 84, 85. My little brother, little KJ, I love him to death. He's like, man, you know what's up, cuz? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you still with the hood or what? Because like I said, all of the brothers that's my generation, we was always in and out of jail. We would never be together as far as one. Sometimes it'd be 1 OG or 2 OGs out, but then it might be 3 of us out, but we was always in and out of jail all the time. Okay, so at the time, the OBGs formed their little thing, which was KG, Nook, and Jinx, and who else? Modal, rest in peace. And see, by then, but for Peabody, my little brother, he was more like their big homie, which Peabody, he's my little brother. We can't even call him a little baby OG, because he's a little. Peabody was there when all this started in my backyard. So
he was in between.
Yeah, so he's in between OGs and OBGs. But see, so we just Peabody, OG Peabody. And Man Panky, that's how they affiliated with it. What was the question again?
No, we was talking about the numbers. When did
the numbers expanded in 1984, 85. So that's when I seen all of them pick me up and like, big homie, you know the OG homie we got out, man. We know what's happening. I said, you niggas is with it or what? I said, okay. I want to see what you niggas about. So you know, we from the G's, we like, nigga,
you got to put it to a test.
Yeah, I mean, you get down. What? I want to see if you can get down, because if you claim what I'm claiming, nigga, I don't do no run. I just get down for mine. So I got down with KG, I got down with Mo, Lil Man, Nook at the time. Well, I couldn't catch Nook. I made him get down with me just to test their hands. See
how many phases did you take that day?
I took 3 phases that day.
3 phases.
Yeah. See, if you had to realize, I'm in my 20s, they in their teens, but they still push up on me. So I want to see what you made of then.
Right.
Since you gonna push up on me, cause like at the time I was 23, they were like 16, 17 years, big homie. Okay, well, we got to get in.
Going back in hindsight, remembering they took the phase with their big homie.
Yeah.
What was their expression after that? How did they feel, or how did you look at it?
They felt predicated, because they were like, yeah, I got out with the big homie, I didn't fold up good. I want to make sure because if you hang with me, homie, I mean, win, lose, or draw, I'm going to take mine. It's all about, it ain't nothing but a fight. So you either win, lose, or draw. So I just want to say, it's nothing there personal. I'm saying, so I just want to know if you hang with me, because that's the type of lifestyle I lived in. I was banging. I mean, when I was banging, I was 80 cripping all the way. So I was West Coast, and everything came out of my mouth. 8 ball this, 8 0 that, that's how I was. You know what I'm saying? That was my life. I was 8-0 cripping in, but I was saying at the same time, no disrespect, all praise to Allah. I was selling dope like everybody else was. It was the thing then. Everybody's selling dope. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was.
Yeah, I think the selling dope thing, we just didn't realize everything that was going to fall out
from that, exactly.
Yeah.
Because it was a bad thing. We destroyed our own community. Yeah. That's what we did.
It was a banana in the tailpipe.
Exactly. Because
at the end of the day, they came back and took it all back.
Exactly.
Took us wherever they sent. I did 10 in the Fed, so I'm well aware of that. So the park right there.
Silverado is a neutral zone for all of us. That's where everybody, westbound, 7 days, we all go up there. We play sports with each other because we all went to school together. So that's one thing we all share, that one park. We don't, that's the Animal Kid Park, because that's where all the Mexicans.
I went to Animal Kid too.
We don't, that's their park. We got Silverado.
So 7 day, westbound and West Coast, so we shared that park.
We share that park, yeah.
Okay. And what about the other apartments that surround this area? Were they all part of it, westbound or West Coast?
Well, the ones on Santa Fe, they were part of it. They tried to start some shit called Phalan, but see, Phalan at the time was a street we used to call it. It wasn't a gang. It was always Phalan, because that's where everybody sold dope.
Phalan, like we do in the town.
We on the Phalan. You know what I'm saying? That's a street. They try to turn it into a gang, but we had already claimed that it's ours.
Yeah.
So, we had to go up there and set them fools straight, so you're either y'all with us or you're against us. Because y'all don't have the numbers on us. So, you know what I'm saying? We already, we basically took over Silverado Park for them because the 7 days couldn't hold it. So, you know what I'm saying? So we had to go help them out with the SOSs at the time, when they were going at it with them. So we had to go to Silverado Park after 7 days, secure the park back for blacks to come up there. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, other than that, everything just started expanding from Springdale to Santa Fe Apartments to 32nd to 34th.
So those are the boundaries?
Those are the boundaries, yeah. From Willow to Wallow is all.
How far was the SOS from here?
Well, SOS is just 32nd Street. They really, they just had that one street. They really didn't expand like we did.
Is the TRGs or any of those guys down this way?
TRGs, most all of them on the east side. We might have some west side islanders, but I don't really see them. I never really interacted with them. I used to let them, my little lieutenants had a look, and all of them, they used to hang with them type of guys. Only time I came in the hood, just make sure everybody was all right, everybody doing good, because it's what a G do. Make sure everybody good.
So as the generations begin to come up, how did you begin to think? Because you're a founder. You and 2 other guys. Name them again.
Byron and Kenny.
You guys are the founders. So what was your thought? Because now your numbers are beginning to grow, and a lot of times when numbers begin to grow, you can't necessarily control every move.
No, you can't.
So what was your thoughts?
My thoughts on that was like, damn, man, look where we started. And like today, I went to a couple of hood days, and my son here, he was like, man, look, home, you started all this. I'm sitting here looking like, damn, we started with just 3 people. Turned out to be third largest CRIPS set in Long Beach now. You know what I'm saying? Just 3 people. Now I just expanded, like the song I keep saying. You start a hood, sooner or later it's going to expand. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is in the ghetto. Because everybody want to be a part of something. It's a brotherhood thing. So that's how it expanded.
So do you guys have like a mantra? Something you guys say that all West Coast?
Well, you got a couple of words to where they say, we say like when we see each other, we say N8. I mean, later on, we see you later, N8, 8 up and stuff like that. Later on, that's all my thing. We always just say 8. Everything is all about 8 up.
Greetings though.
Yeah, our greetings is always 8.
You see them, you just say like, it's just like, what's up, 80?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's up, 80?
Yeah.
Okay, just trying to get that part in there as well.
Yeah.
So You still here? Where the other 2 pounders?
Well, Byron, rest in peace. He got killed right there and on the big park in Springdale. You know what? You ever been in there?
I never been inside.
Okay, well, we got a park, right? Well, he got killed right there where the big park is. Back in, he was like 16, 17. Kenny, he's still in the penal, so he's been down 40 years. 42 years.
42.
Exactly. 42 years. He's been locked up since he was 17.
I gotta ask you this question because I asked my guy, Membrane, this question. When it comes to the judicial system, where would you rather go to court at? In Long Beach or Compton?
Compton.
Why?
Because Compton, back in the day, they had fair judges. Long Beach didn't have no fair judges. And back when I was young, in the 70s and 80s, the Long Beach was hanging people on just a gun case or even a dime bag or something. You go to juvenile hall just because you had a dime bag. That's how bad it was. This was in the 70s, so you have to realize. So, you know, so they were still
you got a bail, and you get, sometimes you got an OR, or sometimes you got a DA reject.
Every time I went to Long Beach system, they would never give me an OR.
Never?
Never. They never get. Every time I go, even if it's small shit, nah, I go to the county and I get out from the county.
I'm gonna tell you how you write about
the
judges. 2 times I ever went to trial. I took a judge trial.
Yeah.
And I won both times. Because the judge has to follow the law.
Exactly.
So I can't depend on these 12 people that know absolutely nothing about me when this white dude right here lying to them about who I am and what I am. See, because he gonna throw the gang in there and using a shock word, that's gonna be murder, mayhem, kidnap, robbery, burglary. All that's gonna be associated. I can't afford that. I'm working with the judge.
Exactly.
And when I looked in the judge, I looked at his face. He was a black judge. I said, oh yeah, my guy.
Exactly.
But
see, with Long Beach, we didn't have that many black judges. At the time when I was going in and out of the system, I didn't see not one black judge in Long Beach. The whole time I was in there, not one. Not saying they didn't have any. I'm just saying I didn't see none.
Did y'all have any homegirls?
Yeah, we got a gang of little homegirls.
Who were they?
My generation homegirls?
Yes.
Oh, well, my sister Janice, which Janice was a good goody teacher, but mostly Valerie, Jackie Powell, had a homegirl named Deborah Moore. She had a sister named Nadine. We had, who else we had? We had a homegirl named Michelle Coco. Yeah, Michelle Coco. Who else was that? It was a couple more. Yeah, I already said your mom, but we had a couple more.
What their hands was like? Huh? What their hands was like?
Well, see, you have to realize his mother started. We had a thing. She started a thing within there called the Ladies of the 80's. So that was their own little clique. But the girls that stayed in Springdale, you know, they were called the Ladies of the 80's when we was rolling 80's real hard back then. But that's what it was. His mother, my sister Janice, Lisa, Angie, Jackie, Michelle, even Shelly, even though Shelly was going back and forth east side, west side, but she still was there every now and then. Susan, who else? Reed Lustin Road, Cammy, Karen, yeah. We had a couple of them. Then they kind of slid off a while. They started doing it. You know how women are. They start having kids. And they have time to start doing stuff like that no more. But they still with the family, you know. So we consider this, if you live in Springdale, we all family now because we all grew up together.
It's definitely family orientated with how it's set up.
Yeah.
But once again, Professor Manny Bell, Hood Postman. I'm with my guy, Steve-0, West Coast. Lock the door.
Got a dollar sign, Love City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products to the feds get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. Ali, bad man, and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it, I just make it happen.